tell you, my chart reads otherwise. Because I understand that laying the right foundation is the key to steady returns on investments, which is why I chose to attend training with Forextime. Forextime is one of the world's leading brokers in foreign currency trading. Forextime has given me an outstanding knowledge base for maximizing my investment returns. As a team, we can take advantage of Forextime training sessions and improve our position. Forextime organizes free training seminars 4 times a week, and their forward-thinking approach helps in equipping you every step of the way.
We're talking Forex, and we're looking at the Forextime Port Harcourt Electronic Traders Conference. Michael is here. He's been talking about that and, of course, what traders can expect at that particular conference. Thank you, Michael, for sticking around. Now, before we went on the break, we were talking about the principles of successful trading, what participants will be told at that particular conference.
Okay. Now, let me give a typical example of one of the principles. One of the principles of successful trading says, you are not trading for the money. Now, it's difficult to get someone who needs money not to think about money. But the truth of the matter is that for someone who needs money to actually make money, he needs to stop thinking about money. He needs to start thinking of what creates money. You understand? So typically, those successful companies or businesses have a mindset which is not 100% about money, that actually makes them successful. So in the same way, when a trader trades, he needs to take money off his mind. A lot of times we tell traders, for instance, when you are trading, focus on how many pips you can make. If you can get your pips consistently, then the money will follow. But the problem is that a lot of traders focus on the money.
Well, I mean, you can't blame them. That's why when we're talking about Forex, what does Forex mean? It represents money, yes.
Yeah, but the underlying foundation, which is the principle, which is the foundation, is that you don't focus on the money. You focus on, the pips you're making and the long-term objective. Typical example, if you do business, for instance, and you're expecting profit every month, you have issues. Not all businesses make profit every month.
Well, if it's a business that's structured in such a way that I should expect profit at the end of the month, then of course I should.
The way it works is that successful businesses don't think in terms of months. They think annual. They think 2 years. What's our long-term strategy or objective? Okay, we're going to have losses maybe next 2-3 months, but after those losses, we expect to so and so.
Even for small entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs who have small businesses?
Must think that way to succeed. Because business is not successful on the short term, it's successful on the long term. They look at it on over a long term period. Even when you look at companies who have been successful right now, a lot of them have been in obscurity, have not been successful for several years when they became successful. But the problem is that we all focus on their success and forget the times where they are working some foundational principles that brought the success. So in the same way, a trader must have those foundational principles that allow them to actually, not like you're making losses, but you understand that in business, there are certain prices you must pay to actually be profitable.
So how do you break that barrier for traders or people who come to the conference with a particular mindset that I've come to, just all about the money, tell me how I can make this money, how fast, and, how to maneuver my way around the market. So do you have to first disabuse their mind?
Yeah,
before you go into the...
Now, when you teach people, you train people, you on the training side have to come up with tools and strategies that allow them to actually try to imbibe some of those principles. Now don't expect that overnight they're going to install those principles in their mind and it starts working. It's going to take some time. But first you must be aware of those that make you succeed. So what we're going to do is first to get them aware. For instance, I was also thinking that, because these principles are so important that I've seen traders who have been unsuccessful for 2 years. And overnight, in the 3rd year, this guy starts making a lot of money. This guy starts becoming profitable. Why? For those first 2 years, the guy is learning, he's building foundation, he's building his strategies, But the problem is that a lot of people will start today and start making money today. And life doesn't work that way. We must understand some of those principles. So initially, it's not like you're not working for money. You're working first to build a foundation and expect that foundation to bring about profit on the long run.
Okay, let's continue. What some other topics that will be discussed? The evolution of a successful...
Yeah, the evolution of a successful trader. Now, traders evolve, and that's the truth. A lot of times we think, just like somebody who opens a shop and expect that overnight people start trooping in. It doesn't work that way. Traders evolve. Every successful business actually evolves. Now, let me take us through that process. Most of the time when you start trading, you are what they call a discretionary trader. You're making decisions based on your discretion. So you react to everything. If somebody tells you right now that not Tony Blair right now,
David Cameron
is going to say something, you react immediately based on that information. If they tell you, maybe you're watching the news and they say, oh, USD is overbought right now, it's going to come down, you react to that. You're a discretionary trader. You're making all your decisions based on information you're hearing right now, not on a long-term strategy that you have built. Now, when traders start, most of the time they're like that. When a trader tries that and it's not working, he moves to the level of what we call a technical trader. A technical trader now begins to look at indicators, moving averages, oscillators, MACD. He begins to look at some of these strategies and he begins to tell himself, okay, fine, that means if I can master MACD, if I can master all these things, I'm going to make money. And the truth of the matter is that helps to improve his results. But on the long run, he still has issues because those are not like the major thing that makes you money when you trade, not those technical tools. So he becomes a technical trader and he discovers he still has issues. He's still not making consistent profit. Then he moves to what we call a strategy trader. A strategy trader now begins to not just look at your indicators or the news. He begins to combine all of them together to form what we call a complete strategy. Such that anytime the strategies line up, he makes his decision. Still yet, most of the time, strategy traders at that level still has issues. Then he moves to the third level, which is what we call a complete strategy trader. We're going to be taking traders actually through these steps in the next.
I'm wondering because it's a one-day conference. You don't because you obviously have a lot packed for how many hours is it?
It's about 6 hours.
6 hours.
We're going to have a break in between so people can network. Talk.
So for an amateur trader, you don't think that perhaps, if not even an amateur trader, someone coming for the first time, you don't think that might be a little bit too much for me to take in 6 hours?
Because these are just foundational information that you need.
Okay.
Such that immediately this information is available, you can actually come for our trainings and get more flesh and more meat out of it. But basically what I'm saying is that when the trader becomes a complete strategy trader, he builds a strategy and then tests it. If you check most businesses around the world, they do what we call market survey. Most businesses, businessmen who are amateurs, don't do market survey. They just look at an area and say, oh, there are a lot of people passing through this place, so this will sell there. And they just go and sell and discover it's not working. That's what people do initially. But when businesses begin to mature, they do what we call market survey. You begin to test the market. I think I was reading about Amazon. Amazon does a lot of tests. The way they present their product, the way they compare prices, they do tests and you don't know that they're even doing tests on you to see what is working and what is not working. Companies must constantly test to be profitable. In the same way as a trader, you must test your strategies over time on what we call history data. Then you will do what we call forward testing on live market before you know that, okay, this strategy has been profitable in the last 3-4 years. Then you make decisions 100% on that strategy. If possible, you can automate that strategy and make decisions on its own without you being there. Then you become a complete strategy trader. You become like a corporation or a business, that has all the faculties and departments working together. And then we can call you a truly successful trader.
So all of this, are these all foundational and basic principles that you will be teaching? Because I know I would expect that you would categorize people, those who are professional traders who are already in the business, those who are starting out amateur traders, and those who are still thinking, trying to decide.
A lot of traders have never had this information I'm talking about before. Never. Even
those who are already in the business?
Yeah, some of them.
For a couple of years?
Some of them, make money today, lose money tomorrow, make money today. They've never thought about building a strategy and testing it. Some people don't even know how to test a strategy. They don't even know how to do that. And one of the things they're going to be doing is actually show you how to test your strategies.
Because of course you have been here a couple of times, and we have talked about strategies in the past also, and I remember you did say that strategies differ and people can actually personalize their strategies. Is that? But then, are you saying that there's that one strategy that people can, or we
won't be looking at just one strategy.
Okay.
What we're going to be doing is that we're going to come with a basic strategy, or tell maybe someone in the audience to come and tell us his strategy. Then we'll show you how to test that simple strategy, so that when you build your own strategy or your current strategy, you can then use that same type of test to actually test your strategy to see whether it's profitable over time.
Can you give us an example of perhaps out of a strategy and design and test, just like a typical scenario of a strategy design?
Let me give you a scenario. I have a strategy that works on moving average, and this is MACD, and I have, when I enter the trade, I have a 40 pip stop loss, 100 pip take profit, with all the time frames. So what I'm going to do is that I go to my MT4, which we're going to show people practically how to do. You go to your MT4, you put the moving average, you put the MACD there, then you put your stop loss and take profit, and you allow the chart to move. So I can go to 2000 for instance, go to that time frame, go to that currency pair, put those indicators on it, allow the chart to move. Some people don't know how to do that. You know.
So of course this will only apply to those who are already trading.
Yeah, you allow the charts to move, you know. I know how to do that because I do a lot of automated design, so I do a lot of testing. You allow the charts to move based on those things, parameters you've defined. As the charts move, you watch how those indicators are picking the signals. As they're picking the signals, you can tell how profitable that strategy can be over time. So let's assume I do a 3-year test. And in that 3 years, that strategy is not profitable. There is no probability it's going to be profitable right now.
And you'll be taking into account all the, perhaps the fundamental analysis,
Most of the time, when you're doing testing, you're not able to do fundamentals because those news have passed. You're talking of news. But a lot of times when you're testing a strategy, it won't be able to withstand any fundamental news that's going to come out. You have to put all those factors in. Because, like I said, whatever news is coming out, there's a technical indicator that's also picking that news. So when you're just designing a strategy, even though in the past you cannot put into effect all those fundamental news that's come out at that time, those strategies must be able to be effective at those times. And that gives you a lot of confidence that when you have that strategy trading and there's a news, you're still fine.
Okay, would you have your fund managers also, because I know you have fund managers on your Forextime platform. Will they also be there to meet with
a lot of managers are going to be there, not to meet, because a lot of times managers don't, even people who are investing don't know their managers. It's cool that way. You don't need to know your managers. All you need to know is the performance. Typical example, do you know Toyota?
No.
You don't know Toyota.
No, I'm just thinking, since that if
you don't know Toyota, but you drive with Toyota, you could drive with Toyota.
Well, I could look if I wanted to locate their headquarters or the chief executive
you really want to.
officer.
But you don't need to. All you need to do is that you see Toyota on the road every day. People tell you Toyota is good. Then you buy a Toyota.
Okay,
so
I brought it up because I'm thinking that for those who do not have the time to trade on their own, and because of course they will listen to all that you talk about, but they tell them, look, I work 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
I need someone to do this for me.
No. You see, most of the time, as a company, because of the risk in FX and the fact that there are a lot of people who are sort of corny and scammers, we don't encourage people when we have a conference like that to interact on the level of, oh, I'm a manager, you want to invest. Okay. No, people who want to invest can go to our platform, to our website. You will see a list of managers there. You can look at their performance, and from there make decisions. You don't actually have to see them live. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Michael, I'm being told my producer is already reaching me out, so we have just a few seconds left. Now, just this Part2 conference, tell us where key information, when is it?
Okay,
where
it's coming up on the 30th of this month, 30th of June 2012, at Atrium Center, Stadium Road, Harcourt. It's very extremely easy to locate. It's a beautiful place. Starting at 10 a.m. in the morning,
He says it's a 5-hour or 6-hour.
So we're ending at about 4 in the evening. So we're going to have a break around 1. So, but people have to register to come. You have to register to actually be there, because what that does, it allows us to actually prepare for you. So if we know we're getting 500 people to come, we could prepare for 500. That's all. But people have to register to come.
Is there a website that they can go to register? Okay, but we'll definitely communicate that to the viewers. We need to take another quick break now. We'll be right back with the rest of the program.